This is my very first sip of coffee today. And it's 2:30. Today's video, I'm changing things up and I want to talk about our homeschooling year so far. If you are new to Simply Living It, I want to thank you for being here today. If you are a new subscriber, if this minimalist journey, simplistic life that we are so much craving and seeking right now, if you have joined our journey through some of those videos, I want to thank you for being here. I initially started this channel almost 4 years ago now, sharing all things homeschooling, and that is my heart. I love talking about homeschooling. I love encouraging homeschooling moms and families and women who maybe think this is the path that they want to take someday with their children. So that is something that I do and will always and forever share here on my channel, as well as the slow living that we crave and the minimalism, this minimalistic journey that I'm on in our home and our life. I will be sharing all of that with you. So I just wanted to give a brief update on that front in case you were here as a homeschool mama wondering where the homeschool stuff went, or if you were here for this decluttering and minimalism journey and you're wondering where that went. It's kind of just one big beautiful bow that is Simply Living It. That is what I will be and continuing to be sharing here on my channel. Whichever avenue has brought you here, I thank you for being here. Thank you so much for 16,000 subscribers. And I hope this video encourages you today. We have simplified our homeschool. Yes, homeschool. That's a big word, right? It carries a lot of weight, or it can carry a lot of weight, and a lot of different meanings for every single family. Homeschooling can mean something so different from one home to the next, from one homeschooling family to the next. And today's video is just simply what homeschooling looks like for us right now in this season that our family is in. I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom of 3 boys. I have one in high school, one in middle school, and one in elementary school. So kind of hitting all the stages there this year just about perfectly. What homeschooling looks like for us right now is pretty simple. We have unintentionally fallen into a simple homeschool routine. Our homeschool this year has looked like what I always dreamed homeschooling would look like for our family, I guess, the way I feel it, the way I'm approaching our year, how I feel mentally and physically as far as being connected to our homeschool. My boys picking up their books because they know they have to do it. Am I saying this is easy? No. And if you have got that impression so far in this video, then I want to just address that real quick before we get any further. This has not been easy, nor has any homeschool year we've ever tackled. This is our 9th year homeschooling, and it's had struggles of its own also. I got totally sidetracked because our neighbors are walking their dog and it just totally pooped in our yard. I hate when people do that, when people let their animals poop in other people's yards. Totally sidetracked, but if you saw my eyes wandering, that's where I was headed, and it's just like, hey, yeah, I see you. Thanks, I'll get that later. I would like to say this simplified homeschool feel, some of it has come with time. Because this is our 9th year homeschooling, some of it has come with time. This isn't how things looked when I very first started homeschooling. Some of it has come with life situations and different things that are going on, forcing you to be more aware of the time that you have and doing what you can with that time that is allowed. The way things have worked out this year has been in such an amazing, beautiful way. The way things have worked out in our home and in our homeschool this year have been so beautiful in ways that I couldn't have planned or orchestrated on my own. The first area I want to touch on is co-op. We returned to our homeschool co-op group after taking 3 years off. I don't think co-op, like everything, is necessary. I don't think you have to be part of a homeschool group to homeschool your kids or to even do it well. It's not a one-size-fits-all. Homeschooling is not a one-size-fits-all, and neither are homeschool groups and co-ops. There has been and is a season for everything. I think everything has a season, and for our family this summer, I really started feeling that pull and that draw that we were missing co-op. We were ready to go back. I was ready in this season of homeschooling a high schooler. I was ready for that next step and for more than what I was doing here. Not that what I was doing was not good enough, but I was ready for more, for deeper. I was ready for that. And it's been such a beautiful thing being back at our homeschool co-op. So that is one thing that has simplified our homeschool. It has taken so much weight off of my shoulders. This is not something I even could have seen coming on my own. It has simplified our homeschool in such a beautiful way. It's crazy comparing this homeschool year to last year, to the year before, and what I was doing and the things I was adding and the things I was filling in and the things that I was exploring with our kids that we needed at that time, that we wanted to do. We genuinely wanted to do. What we are doing at home, meshed with what we are doing co-op, is creating the most beautiful, I want to say storm, because that's not what I'm trying to say, but maybe we'll just call it a storm. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a storm, but I couldn't think of a better word. But the perfect mix of variety and new and things we want to dive into and things that we're learning that are extracurriculars. So it's been really cool. It's been beautiful being back. I feel such a peace about being back, which is not something that I could say for every year in the past. There were a lot of times I was forcing it. We took a very much needed break from co-op just to settle down and really find what our family was needing. We found it and we're ready to go back, and it's been beautiful. It has simplified things here in our home that I do on a day-to-day basis with my boys in so many ways I can't even begin to describe. Speaking of new seasons, my oldest just got his first job that's not mowing lawns, like his first official job where he had to go through the interview process and all the things. He's been working at a new job in the afternoons, and my job has currently become taxi. So I'm driving him to and from his job and making sure he has, his schoolwork done and lunch and everything done and ready and prepared, and his second lunch, because he's there for 4 to 5 hours, and yeah, he needs a whole second lunch to take with him. Mom of growing boys, right? Making sure he has his schoolwork done, his driver's training done, whatever we need to do on top of normal household stuff. Because yes, my boys still have chores. My boys still help around the house. There are things that we do and want to do as a family that come first before work. So making sure that we get those things done and those memories made and his belly full before I send him off to his job. And that is a new season. That is a new crazy season that I didn't plan, I didn't see coming, but that leads into the next thing, which is planning, scheduling. If you've been here for a while, I'm not a huge, rigorous planner by any means when it comes to our homeschool. I just like to flow through our homeschool day. I don't have a strict schedule. I do have a planner. I am using it loosely, but I use it to serve my family and our agenda for the day. So in this whole season of slowing down, in this season of decluttering, in this season of seeking a more quiet life and going away from what the world says we need to be doing, being torn in a million different directions, not saying that that we live a boring life, like that we're just home doing nothing. We're busy doing things, but I'm busy doing the things that I want to be. And I don't know if busy is the right word, but there's a lot of in and out. There's a lot of back and forth. It's not like we're just home all day doing nothing. When I say we're transitioning into this simple life, this quiet life, this minimizing all the noise and the clutter and the chaos and the sound of the world, what the world says we should be doing, and then the noise in our home, the things that are constantly pulling at us, what we are doing in this season is strictly what we want to be doing. Having to have him at work by 12:30, 1 o'clock helps me get a jump start on my day. This has allowed me to move into what we are doing a little bit sooner. And motivated my son. When he's motivated, he wants to go to work. He's ready. He's like, can I be done with school? Can I just go work full time and be a man now? He's, no. Not yet. I'm not ready for that yet. But he's ready. He's motivated. He has a job now. He's excited about it. He wants to go every day and he wants to stay longer and he loves it. So he's motivated, which changes things. So just wait. Once your kids are super motivated about doing something and completing it, it will change everything. I'm experiencing that firsthand. So he's motivated and ready, which means he's getting up earlier. He's getting his math done, because as much as we do move loosely and freely through our homeschool day, and we have unit studies that we do, and we have books that we read, and all these amazing, beautiful things as a family, we still have those subjects that we have to do. So math is one of those. And he gets up earlier, he does his math, he does his driver's training. We work on the projects that are needed to be fulfilled for that. We're working through that stuff much earlier so that we can be done by 11 o'clock. Sounds crazy, but yes, I homeschool my boys in about 2 to 3 hours every day. And it's been that way probably all along. Him having this job has better helped me evaluate the time that I have with my boys. It has better helped me plan and really be intentional about what we are doing and why we are doing it and what we're bringing in and what we're using. It's so helped me be intentional, because that little nugget of time in the mornings before he goes to work is what I have. And he's a freshman in high school, so things are changing quickly, and it's helping me to be more intentional, better evaluating my time, what we're using, how I want to spend our time. 2 more things that I want to touch on in this video, one of which is more books, adding in more books, going to the library and just sitting and reading. We have so loved and been enjoying that. And as I'm sharing this video with you, talking about our homeschool, what life looks like for us right now, how things are going so far in our year, and the things we're enjoying, books have been something that I have loved. Slowing down and being intentional with that time. I think this transition, this seasonal change, and the changes going on in our home and in our family, the dynamics of our family, I really just feel like I'm drawing in, I'm wanting to hold on to this time so much more. And it's really, truly been beautiful. The last thing I want to touch on is not having social media. Leaving Instagram, which happened about 2.5 months ago now, has been an absolutely amazing thing for me, for my family. Guys, I want to make a whole separate video and just talk about that in general. Things I didn't even know were going on in my mind, and thoughts I was having that are not my thoughts and not normal for me to have, and things I was focused on that are not things I focus on, and the constant need to bring in more. I haven't bought anything new. And I'm not talking just homeschooling. I mean, like, in our life. Okay, hold on, that's a lie. I just bought a steam mop. I bought a steam mop for the first time ever. I'm so old school and still use a wash rag across the floor on my hands and knees. And I finally was like, it's $50. I'm gonna buy a steam mop. We have chickens in the backyard. We're coming upon winter. I need something to help me keep these floors clean. So I bought a steam mop, and I'm super excited about it. Aside from that, as far as homeschooling and books and clothes and extras, it has been crazy. When you step aside from that, when you step away from what the world is constantly trying to throw at you, what the world is trying to constantly sell you, and I get it, I'm here on social media, and I have brand partners and different people who want to work with me and different companies who want to work with me. And I try to be genuine and authentic and share what I truly love and what I think you guys will love as well. This is my job. Yes, YouTube is my job. So I'm here mixing that into everything that I'm already doing here at our home. But this is also a ministry to me. And homeschooling is something I'm so incredibly passionate about talking about. So you will see things come and go, and different topics come and go as I share our life, as I share homeschooling, as I share motherhood and this minimalist journey that we are on, just to living a quiet, simple life. And this is all stemmed from leaving Instagram, to just slow down, go back to the life that I crave instead of what the world is trying to shove down my throat. And it has been so peaceful. It has been absolutely amazing, and such a level of contentment. And I never, ever, ever thought I was intentionally comparing, but there is a weight. Sometimes you see all the things that are thrown at you and you're like, I'm not doing a good enough job. I'm not I'm not doing good enough. I'm going to mess up. I'm messing my kids up. I'm going to fail. I'm like, those are thoughts that sometimes we have anyway, but then you throw the weight of the world and social media on top of your shoulders and what you see other people doing in the life you see other people living. And one thing that was brought to my attention as I was journaling the other morning was, you see the picture, you see the video, you don't see the emotion behind it most of the time. You don't see the life behind it that's happening. We don't see what goes into bringing that. We don't see the yeses and the nos and all the things that I've just been, the thoughts, my brain is, I could go a million directions with this. So this is just my journey, and I'm sharing it because I have lived it on both sides. I didn't have Instagram or social media. Started my YouTube channel when I was 33 years old. I got an Instagram account when I was 35 years old. I had it for a year and a half, almost 2 years. And the impact that had on my life in just a year and a half, now that it's gone, I feel so free, you guys. So free. I know it's a tool. It's a resource. It is incredibly helpful, incredibly handy. I miss connecting with you all. I've shared that. I miss the community. I miss all my friends. I miss seeing what's going on in your lives and with your children and all of you so incredibly much. But what I don't miss is my overall mental well-being. I don't miss the time that I wasted on that app. That has simplified things around here so much because I'm not feeling the need to buy more, to do more, to add in more things, to buy the next nature study or unit study or whatever that may happen to be thrown at my face. That impulse shopping and buying, and I gotta have it, right? So crazy, I know. Random, I know, but I just had to share that because it's so important and it's a transition I'm going through, and that's what I share here. So that's all I have for you in today's video. Our year is going wonderful. So many different seasons and transitions we're going through. You've been around our channel for a while and you kind of heard the talk of the whole Highland cattle, the calves that we were getting, and we were gonna start our own little family farm and all that. Yeah, well, that has not worked out, and we actually are dealing with a small claims court issue right now. So there's an update on that. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't know if we are going to get our money back. I don't know if we will ever have our little babies. I have no idea, but there's an update on that. So you don't see that, right? You don't see the feeling and the emotion and all of that. You don't see everything. You just hear little tidbits, and the rest is left to your imagination to fill in the blanks. So with that, I hope that you leave this video feeling encouraged. I hope that you remember to step outside of the box. Step outside of what you see. You don't have to go the way that the whole entire world is telling you to go. You don't have to listen to the screams and the voices and the ads and all the things. You can go your own way. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you do. I hope you leave this space feeling encouraged. I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. If you have any questions for me, I'm thinking of doing like a Q&A here, maybe in the next few videos. So if you have questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I would love to answer them for you in an upcoming video maybe. So that's what I have for today's video. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to click that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you do like and appreciate this content. I'll see you in our next one. Bye.